wanted Dorothy and her friends to bring him the broomstick of the Witch of the West. They had no idea how they were going to accomplish such a dangerous task. The friends headed to the haunted forest. A sign pointed them in the direction of the witch's castle. The Wicked Witch was watching in her crystal ball. She called for her winged monkeys and gave them an order. Bring me that girl and her dog. I want those ruby slippers. The winged monkeys flew over the forest until they spotted Dorothy and Toto. Back in the witch's castle, the Wicked Witch tried to remove the ruby slippers from Dorothy's feet, but her magic couldn't budge them. Ah, I should have known, cried the witch. Those slippers will never come off as long as you're alive. Enraged, she turned over her hourglass and delivered a warning. That's how much longer you've got to be alive, my pretty, she shrieked. Meanwhile, Toto had escaped from the castle. Deep in the forest, he quickly found the others. They followed Toto over a rocky hillside to the witch's castle. The Tinman began to sob. Oh, I hate to think of her in there. We've got to get her out. Suddenly, some of the witch's guards attacked, but the rescuers won the fight. Now they had disguises to sneak inside the castle. In the tower, Dorothy gazed at the hourglass. Time was running out. Just then, Scarecrow and the others broke down the door and rescued Dorothy. They fled, but the witch and her guards soon cornered them. Going so soon, the witch cried. The witch set her broom on fire and touched it to the Scarecrow's sleeve. When Dorothy threw a bucket of water to put out the flames, it splashed all over the witch, too. The Wicked Witch shrieked in horror, I'm melting! I'm melting! She disappeared bit by bit until all that was left of her were her clothes. The grateful guards proclaimed Dorothy their hero and gave her the witch's broomstick as a gift. She and her 3 companions took it straight to the wizard. Please, sir, we've done what you told us, Dorothy said at the wizard's place. Dorothy expected the wizard to keep his promise. Instead, he ordered them to leave. Go away and come back tomorrow, the wizard shouted angrily. Then Toto tugged back the curtains and revealed a man was operating a machine. He was the real Wizard of Oz. Though the wizard tried to fool them, he now agreed to help. He declared that the Scarecrow didn't lack a brain but a diploma. The Scarecrow felt smarter the minute he held it in his hands. Then the wizard assured the cowardly lion that he was wise to fear danger and gave him a medal of honor and his great courage against the Wicked Witch. The Tin Man was next. The wizard pointed out his many good deeds were proof that he did have a heart. What the Tin Man needed instead was recognition for his acts of kindness. He was awarded a heart-shaped clock for all to see. Finally, it was Dorothy's turn. The wizard would take her back to Kansas in a hot air balloon. They were all ready to lift off when, at the last minute, Toto jumped out of the balloon to chase a cat. Dorothy ran after him, and the wizard accidentally took off without her. Dorothy watched the balloon disappear and began to cry. Oh, now I'll never get home. Suddenly, a shimmering bubble appeared. It was Glinda. She gently explained that Dorothy had always had the power to return to Kansas. She simply had to learn it for herself. Dorothy thought for a moment and replied, If I ever go looking for my heart's desire, I won't look any further than my own backyard, because if it isn't there, I never really lost it to begin with. After a tearful goodbye to her friends, Dorothy clicked her heels and repeated, There's no place like home, there's no place like home, there's no place like home, there's no place like home. She woke with her family and friends gathered around her. She was home. Dorothy told them about her amazing journey, and then she said, I'm not going to leave here ever again because I love you all.